Hi guys, welcome to Sheria. So Sheria is a platform that aims to educate the ordinary Mwananchi about the law so that we can equip and empower you. So there was a report by the World Economic Forum early this year that states that artificial intelligence is going to affect how we do almost everything and how the world is going to be affected by 2030. This, of course, automatically will trickle into how we transact, even in matters pertaining to land. So in today's episode, I'm talking about digitalization of land. In the previous episode, I'd mentioned that we are undergoing the process of conversion. We are migrating from the old land titles to the new land titles. If you're not aware of what I'm talking about, please make sure to look at the previous episodes and then you'll be up to date. So when it comes to artificial intelligence and land, I'll focus on land records and how they're going to affect how we deal with matters pertaining to land. If you have transacted with the land or you're familiar with the land registry, you know almost to a fault, there's a lot of fraud going on and there's a lot of transactions that are cumbersome because we are predominantly manual. So artificial intelligence arguably can come and help how we transact with the land because it is going to bring efficiency and it is going to reduce fraud. So one, the platform known as Artisasa. Artisasa is a platform that allows you to do your due diligence or a search where you're doing it through the platform. So that is digitalization of doing search so that you get it quick and from the comfort of your home. Unfortunately, not all titles have migrated to Artisasa. Remember we said there's a process of conversion? So some of the properties that have undergone the process of conversion have been migrated to Artisasa. So meaning, if you want to do your search, you just go to Artisasa, click in the details of the owner of the property, they're given a prompt, they accept the prompt, and then you get the results of the property. That's an advantage as opposed to if you know how to do searches at the relevant land registry, how it can be cumbersome, how you will need to part with facilitation fees, how you will need to know people before you can get your records and your registry. So that could be a disadvantage. Artisasa is here to revolutionize how we are using matters pertaining to land and land records. However, the disadvantage of this is that it is only so far dealing with matters within property within Nairobi region. And then two, there's a lot of backlog as well of converting property from manual records to the Artisasa platform. So it is slow, but yet effective and functional. Because artificial intelligence depends on network and depends on data, there are areas where, unfortunately, that are yet to have stable networks. So this could affect the use of artificial intelligence and the use of data and the use of platforms like Artisasa, though it poses many advantages. Again, digitalization is coming in to make it easier and convenient. Our neighboring country, Rwanda, are toying around with the option of having a blockchain in the land registry. What is a blockchain? If, of course, you're in the fintech world and artificial intelligence, you have an idea, but a blockchain is a digital ledger where we have records of a specific issue. So case in point, we could have a digital registry where all land records are found in a place where it is easily accessible by a lot of people. So that is what I'm calling a blockchain. If I'm the owner of the property, how I have transacted with the property over the years, who I've sold it to, if I have charged the property, all this is found in the blockchain. And the beauty about using a blockchain, again, apart from ease of convenience and the ease of artificial intelligence, is we can be able to lock the ledger in such a way that we lock out fraud so that third parties cannot easily interfere with this digital ledger. That's an advantage as opposed to what we're doing currently, which is majorly manual, and it is through a signature where anybody can sign and easily tamper with the land records. So artificial intelligence can come in and help us to lock in, or rather to lock out fraudulent transaction. So this will ease out how we do transactions. And if you have bought land, you know, ideally, if it is a straightforward transaction, it takes roughly 6 months to complete. But when we have eased this through the blockchain, we'll shorten the time. And of course, it opens up the economy, among other things, which is a plus. And of course, we're here to embrace artificial intelligence because it is here to stay. However, Many people have complained that there are disadvantages of using artificial intelligence. It is a double-edged sword. What are some of the disadvantages? For example, if we embrace the use of blockchain. The problem with a blockchain is if you input data and the data has been wrong, of course, error can occur. But if by mistake error occurs and you have put it in the blockchain will lock that error and you'll not be able to easily change the error. So that is a side that we still need to work with. But again, we say everything, there are two sides to a story. So if the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, I believe we should be easily able to embrace it. And again, like I've mentioned, the Rwanda is toying around with the use of blockchains in their registry, and they have seen advantages to it. And of course, Kenya, being an early adopter of technology and artificial intelligence, case in point, we pioneered M-Pesa. It would be exciting to see how this can revolutionize the way we transact with matters pertaining to land. So that's all we had for today. Just a quick recap. We've mentioned how artificial intelligence is here to stay and it's affecting how we transact, even matters pertaining to land. So we ought to embrace it and to see how it is going to bring ease, convenience, as well as reduce fraudulent transactions when it comes to matters land. Please make sure to ask questions or clarification if you have in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.